is Trilling. This is Star Wars 24/7. Today I'll have such guests as Darth Vader and George Lucas. So stay tuned, it's gonna be a hell of a show. We're also gonna take a sneak peek on George Lucas's new film called Rocks in the Seasons. We're also gonna take a trip to Violet with our very own Darth Vader. So, right here, right now, I have invited a very special guest to see us. He is known for his many good movies, such as the Indiana Jones and the Star Wars saga. Please welcome everyone, the one and only George Lucas.
Hello.
Hello, George. So, obviously, I read a bit about you when you were going to come here, and I discovered that you were born in California.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you please, explain that to us?
Yeah, I lived on a walnut farm with my mom and my dad and my 3 siblings.
Right. And am I correct when I say that you want to be a race car driver when you were in high school?
Yes, you are.
Alright, when I ask you a question, can you give me a long answer, more than just one word? Because that gives the interview a whole new dimension. So we'll try that again, alright?
Yeah.
Am I correct when I say that you want to be a race car driver when you were in high school?
Yeah, that's right. I really wanted to be a race car driver.
And why was that?
Because one day I was walking down the street when I suddenly saw this big green car, and it was fantastic, and I just wanted to drive it.
But you never became a race car driver. How can that be?
Well, I experienced a big car crash, actually a big car accident, and then I didn't want to drive.
So you gave up your dream, right? Now, the reason I brought you here is Star Wars, right? So
yes.
Let's talk about Star Wars.
Yeah.
The Star Wars movies has become such a huge hit. How in the world did you came up with such a revolutionizing idea?
Now, that's a funny story, because one day I was walking on the field with my brother.
Yeah.
And he was very weird, and he sometimes got those visions. And then he suddenly told me about one of them, about a starship. And when we came home, he took a paper and he drew it.
To you?
Yes.
So the whole idea is actually your brother's.
Yes.
And you just stole the idea from him.
Yeah, that's correct.
So you haven't really thought of the Star Wars?
Well, of course I have.
So the characters, how did you come up with those? I mean, like Luke, Darth Vader, Master Yoda. How can that be?
I made up Yoda because I was walking once again in the fields when I suddenly saw this stone filled with grass. A little green stone.
Yes.
And then I just thought I would give it a lightsaber, and then you sort of had Yoda.
But you were actually the inventor of the lightsabers.
Yeah, that's right. I made that one out myself.
And how on earth a glowing sword?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't really know how. It just came to me, Yeah, that's a really good question.
And the names too, because I think such names as Darth Vader and Master Yoda, they're quite interesting names, to be quite frankly. How did you come up with those names?
Yeah, in the first movie, you saw Darth Maul, and then the Sith, they just get those names, Darth, and then Vader was just something I came up with.
Vader. So I can't help but noticing that the word Yoda rhymes with the word soda. Has that got any connection?
Yeah, that's funny story too. I was walking in the field. No, that's just a joke. This one I made up in my room, and I was drinking Coca-Cola, and I just soda, Yoda. I just thought that was great. And
right. Well,
yeah.
You can't argue with sodas. Alright, enough about Star Wars, because you're actually in the process of making a new movie.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What is that movie called?
Rocks in the Seasons.
Oh, Rocks and Seas. How did you came up with that name?
You know, not far away from our door. Okay, it's still a couple of meters, but you know, not very far. There's this big rock, and every time I go outside the front door, I look at this rock, and I do that all the year around, and you know, it changes. And I just thought it was so beautiful that I wanted to make a movie about it.
So, I think I'm correct while I'm saying this. This will probably be the first movie ever about rocks.
I guess
Tell
you're
us
right.
what's the movie all about?
You know, it's just about a rock in seasons. It's
Wow, I couldn't guess that. So I heard rumors, I'd say, that this movie is actually one of the most expensive movies ever made.
yeah, I guess that's right.
So how much did it actually cost?
$330 billion.
330. How is that even possible?
Well, I still don't understand that. You know, rocks are expensive.
But the movie is only a rock in the seasons, right?
Yeah, that's right. But I bought it from Rock Corporation.
Is that true?
No, it's not. I bought it from this street seller.
You bought... Alright, wait a minute. You bought rocks on the street for 330 billion. How... Do you carry around that much money?
No, he took credit card.
Alright, but ladies and gentlemen, we actually have a sneak peek of this very expensive $330 billion movie right here. Take a look.
What?